Our story is about a boy named Komura who really likes a girl named Mi. Komura and Mi were seated next to each other in class just 3 days ago because the teacher changed the seating arrangement. Komura hopes that Mi will look at him. One day, Mi forgets to wear her glasses, and this surprises Komura. He's not used to seeing Mi without her glasses, but he wants to get to know her better before asking her about it. Mi tells Komura not to think she's mad because she forgot her glasses today. Komura is amazed that he's talking to Mi so soon. Mi mentions that she never forgets her glasses. Even though Komura is unsure about helping Mai, he promises to support her today. Mi asks Komura to help her find the history textbook they need. Komura offers to share his textbook with her. When Mi comes closer, Komura gets nervous because he thinks she's very beautiful, but he lets her sit with him, and they use the textbook together. Mi has trouble reading without her glasses and apologizes to Komura. Komura is too happy about being close to Mi at care, so he lets her use the textbook by herself. As Mi struggles to read, Komura realizes he's become close to her over time. He wonders if she will remember their interaction and hopes they can become even closer in the future. Komura properly introduces himself to Mi as she gets closer to him. After class, Komura sees Mi by some shoe lockers and asks if she needs help. Mi says her shoes feel big, and Komura realizes she's wearing his gym shoes. We then go back in time to when Mi was talking to her classmates. They offered to help her get home and find her shoe locker, but she declined. Now she tells Komura she tried different lockers but couldn't find the right one. Komura helps her find it but sees a frog on her shoes. He removes the frog and gives Mi her shoes even though she feels uncomfortable because of the frog's slime. Before Mi leaves, Komura helps her tie her shoe. Mi thanks Komura for helping her, and Komura is happy to have spent the whole day with her. Mi hopes that when she gets her glasses back, she'll be able to recognize Komura, the person who helped her today. Later, Komura realizes that Mi lives nearby and hopes she forgets her glasses again. The next morning, he sees Mi without glasses and worries about what will happen if she keeps forgetting them. Mi looks at Komura and notices his appearance, and Komura thinks about this on his balcony. Komura and Mi have a job in the cafeteria where they serve food to students during lunchtime. Mi is having a tough time because she accidentally broke her glasses and can't see well. Komura offers to help, but Mi insists on doing it herself. He suggests she serve smaller portions to avoid any mishaps. While they're talking, another student asks Mi for more meat, but she offers potatoes instead, and the student agrees. They finish their cafeteria duty, and Mi gives Komura a plate of food with lots of meat as a way of saying thank you for his help the other day. A week goes by, and Mi still doesn't have new glasses, but she's got some one-day contact lenses. She struggles to put them in her eyes, and this worries Komura. He tells her that she doesn't need to worry, and he'll look out for her when she doesn't have her glasses on. The next day, Mi comes to class wearing glasses again, but they are foggy. Komura wonders why she's squinting. Mi explains that the weather often causes her glasses to fog up. She mistakenly thinks a classmate, Takeda, is a stranger, and this leads to a funny moment between her and Komura. Another day passes, and Mi asks Komura for his ID on an app called Lime. She wants to exchange IDs so that she can ask him for help when she forgets her glasses. Mi could ask her family, but she's embarrassed to do so. After school, Mai texts Komura and asks him to meet her at Kichiyoji Station. Komura is surprised because it feels like a date. Komura takes her to a restaurant, and he helps Mi eat cake because she can't see it clearly without her glasses. After that, they go to a glasses shop because Mi ordered new glasses and wants to pick them up. Mi is happy she can see everything clearly now, and Komura feels a strong connection between them. Mi holds Komura's hand, and he realizes their bond is still strong. After spending time together, Mi thanks him and goes home. At school, Komura sees Mi wearing a mask and her glasses fogged up. She explains that she's sick, so she has to wear a mask. People have been treating Takeda strangely because he looks like her, so Mi takes off her glasses and tells Komura she forgot them to avoid being treated similarly. Komura is puzzled by Mi's behavior and thinks about it on his balcony. One day at school, Komura sees Mi acting like a cat, playing with a plastic bag. He realizes she must have forgotten her glasses again. To help Mi avoid feeling embarrassed, he plays along with her cat-like behavior so no one thinks she's acting weird. Later on, Komura notices a popular boy at their school, Azuma, helping Mi with something. He starts feeling jealous about the situation. Mai thanks Komura for his help, but Azuma claims he was the one who helped her. Mi apologizes for mistaking Komura for Azuma. The next morning, Mi meets with her female friends who warn her to stop forgetting her glasses because it might lead to wrinkles. They encourage her to go to the restroom to check her face. Meanwhile, Komura arrives at school and wonders if Mi has forgotten her glasses again. When he enters the classroom, he's amazed by Mi's beauty, and he can't stop thinking about her all day. Thankfully, Mi brings her glasses the following day and asks Komura to teach her how to play a word game called Shiratori so she can challenge her friend Asuka. After playing Shiratori with Komura, they are assigned cleaning duties. Komura notices a cockroach heading towards Mii and distracts her so it can pass by. However, another girl sees the roach and Mii jumps into Komura's arms, asking him to get rid of it. This moment feels somewhat intimate to Komura. Later, Komura sees Mii with a love letter addressed to Azuma. He tells Mii that it's from Azuma, and she takes it, returns to class, and hands it to Azuma. Azuma reads the letter and thinks Mii has feelings for him, which upsets Komura. Mii's friends ask her if she loves Azuma, and she's confused about what's happening. Mii says she likes Azuma and Komura, but Komura is unsure of what she means. Worried about the situation, Komura follows Azuma to the restroom and sees him reading the letter. Komura is concerned about what it might say and returns to class. He asks Mii what she thinks of Azuma because he's worried she might actually have feelings for him. Mii says she likes Azuma and him, but Komura wants to understand her feelings better. Azuma approaches Mii with a response to the letter, which worries Komura. Komura takes a look at the letter and realizes that Azuma knows he likes Mii. Azuma tells the other girls that Mii delivered someone else's letter. Komura informs Mii about the contents of the letter, and they both have a changed opinion about popular kids. One day, Komura accidentally bumps into Mii while she's trying to buy coffee from a machine without her glasses. Mii ends up getting black coffee by mistake and offers it to Komura, but he hesitates to drink it because Mii indirectly touched it. The following day, Komura is running late for school, and he notices that Mii is also late and has forgotten her glasses again. He realizes that her clothes look a bit disheveled, which embarrasses her. Komura shares with us that he was late to school because he couldn't stop thinking about how Mii was worried about her appearance in front of him. On another day, Komura has to carry Mii to the nurse's office after she sprains her ankle and breaks her glasses during PE class. Komura wonders if Azuma, the popular boy, is secretly hoping that he and Mii will become a couple. When they reach the nurse's office, it's empty and Komura suggests that Mii sits down for a while. Instead, Mii ends up standing on a scale, and Komura notices her weight, leading to some funny teasing between them. Komura notices Mii struggling to put a document on the bulletin board one day and tries to help her. However, Azuma comes to the rescue and posts the document since both Komura and Mii are too short. Komura feels a bit down about his height, but Mii comforts him by saying she likes that he's not very tall. One day, Komura sees Mii reading something with tears in her eyes. She explains that her friend made a joke that made her laugh a lot. Komura starts wondering what Mei looks like when she laughs. During class, Komura's classmates notice a heart-shaped cloud in the distance and start taking photos to tease their teacher. Komura notices that Mei is struggling to see the cloud, so he takes a photo and sends it to her later. Mei is thrilled, but Komura worries that it might have been a strange thing to do. The next day, Komura sees Mii wandering the halls, and a classmate named Samiya shows him that she has Mii's glasses. Samiya playfully puts Mei's glasses on Komura, making it harder for him to think clearly. This leads to an awkward situation with Samiya, and Mei notices them. She pushes Komura aside, and Samiya laughs at the situation. On the following day, Komura spots Mii with her glasses on, and although he's a bit upset that she won't need his help anymore, he's glad that she's doing well. However, he forgot his textbook, so Mii offers hers, which embarrasses Komura because he realizes how close they become now that she's wearing her glasses. Komura goes with Mei to the glasses shop again because she wants to replace the ones she lost. She tries on many glasses and asks for Komura's opinion since his dad isn't available to help today. Komura struggles to give a clear answer and eventually tells Mii that whether she's wearing glasses or not, she looks great. Mii chooses glasses that are similar to her old pair, but sadly, she tells Komura that she accidentally slept with them and broke them the next day. Komura starts wondering if he'll need a stable income to continue taking care of Mii. Komura goes into town to buy ketchup for his mother. While he's out, he notices some Valentine's Day gifts and secretly wishes that Mii would give him chocolates. As he's thinking about this, Mii unexpectedly bumps into him and asks him what he meant by that wish. Komura gets embarrassed because he doesn't want Mii to know that he likes her yet, and he's afraid of being rejected. To change the subject, Komura tells Mii that he needs to go to the supermarket. They both go there, and Mii admits that her mother wanted her to buy mayonnaise. She brings up Komura's wish again, and he's startled by it. He tries to change the subject once more, but Mii figures out that Valentine's Day is approaching. She asks Komura if he wants her to get him chocolates, and he worries about being rejected. However, Mii reassures him by saying that she plans to make and give chocolates to all her friends, which eases Komura's concerns. Valentine's Day finally arrives. Komura watches Mii as she hands chocolates to her friends without her glasses. He wonders if he would prefer to receive chocolates from Mii if she liked him. Later, Mii visits Komura but realizes she ran out of chocolates. Komura tells her it's okay, and they stay after school together. Mei tells Komura that she's willing to do something he wants to make up for not giving him chocolates. Komura tries to gather the courage to confess to Mei, but he can't do it. However, Mei says she'll wait for the day he can confess and promises to bring her glasses next time. She finds a spare chocolate and gives it to Komura. A month passes and Komura wants to give Mei sweets for White Day. However, Mei doesn't look well because she's trying to cut down on sweets. She asks Komura to help her overcome her addiction. Suddenly, Azuma and another boy give Mei some sweets, making it hard for her to resist. Komura offers to hold onto the candies for her, but she declines. Before eating Azuma's sweets, Mei accepts the candies that Komura wanted to give her for White Day. She eats Komura's sweets and thanks him. Komura meets Mei at school, who is busy filling out a Nagamori Original Sweets point card to get some sweets. She explains that she needs to send it away before it expires. Komura offers to go with her to the post office because Mei is not familiar with its location. However, some male classmates call Komura over and invite him to visit a new arcade. Komura declines their offer because he wants to spend time with Mei. Mei starts feeling like she's intruding on Komura's time and tells him that she can go to the post office alone. Komura insists, expressing concern about her going without her glasses, but Mei claims she's wearing contacts, even though Komura knows she isn't. Later, their teacher asks Mei to read a passage from their textbooks, but she struggles with one of the terms. To avoid embarrassment, she pretends to cough and the teacher lets her off the hook. Afterward, Mei learns that she needs to go to a different classroom, but she doesn't want to ask Komura for help because she doesn't want him to think she's dependent on him. Komura's friends try to persuade him to go to the arcade with them, but he's worried about Mei. Mei accidentally goes to the wrong classroom, realizes her mistake, and heads for the correct one. She admits that she doesn't want Komura to miss out on spending time with his friends just for her sake, but she feels lonely being on her own. Komura eventually finds Mei and confesses that he got the classrooms mixed up too. Mei tells Komura the truth about not wanting him to give up time with his friends for her, but she does enjoy having him around. She doesn't want to keep him to herself. Despite Mei telling him to go to the arcade with his friends, Komura comes up with another plan. Komura takes Mei to a convenience store because he remembers that it has a postbox. He helps her send her point card by putting it in the postbox. Mei insists that Komura go visit his friends at the arcade. After spring break, Komura and Mei go to the school's auditorium to receive awards. Komura overcomes his fear of standing in front of a crowd. When they return to class, it's time for the seating arrangement process since they're now in their third year. Unfortunately, Mei and Komura are not sitting next to each other. She'll be sitting next to Azuma. Mei realizes she's in the wrong seat after another student informs her. She goes to Komura, who is sitting next to Sumaya, and this brightens his mood. Komura introduces himself to his new seating buddy, Hibuchi, but secretly wishes he could be sitting next to Mei again. Hibuchi visits Mei and asks her to switch seats because she has sight issues. Mei agrees and Komura is thrilled to sit next to her again, eager to learn more about Mei. But the story is not finished yet. In art class, Komura and Mei draw portraits of each other. Mei draws a cute version of Komura even though she can't see him clearly without her glasses. The next day, Mei bumps into Sumaya in the girls' restroom and Sumaya comments on her eyelashes. When Mei returns to class, she keeps her eyes closed, which makes Komura wonder what's wrong with her. Later, two girls ask Mei to walk home with them and she agrees. However, she accidentally leaves her glasses on her desk. After Komura finishes a task for his teacher, he spots Mei's glasses on her desk. He sends her a message through Lime and asks if he can bring her glasses home over the weekend to keep them safe from theft. Mei agrees and Komura finds it hard to concentrate with her glasses in his room. He tries to think of ways to avoid thinking about Mei, but in the end, he ends up cleaning her glasses. Mei calls Komura on Lime and asks if her glasses are okay. Komura reassures her that they are, and Mei mentions that having her glasses at his place feels like she's spiritually visiting him. This makes it difficult for Komura to sleep over the weekend. After they resolve the matter with Mei's glasses, we move on to another day when Mei accidentally trips and falls into Komura's arms. She apologizes for her clumsiness and another day passes. One of Mei's friends notices that Mei forgot to fix her bedhead. Mei asks Komura if she looks okay, and he says she looks fine. Later, Mei notices that Komura has shoulder issues and offers to massage his shoulders to help him. Afterward, she writes this event in her notebook, noting things she can do for Komura when she can't find her glasses. The next day, Mei arrives at school wearing her glasses and interacts with Komura, who is sleeping. Komura wakes up, and Mei mentions that he can get a good look at her in return. One rainy day before school, Komura accidentally bumps into Mei. She gets her socks wet, and she asks Komura to look the other way when they're in school so she can change them. To avoid thinking about what Mei looks like without socks on, Komura stares at the rain outside. The next day, Komura finds Mei alone in the park. She explains that she forgot her keys and is waiting for her mother to come and take her home. They spend some time together in the park, and then we see them rearranging their desks at school. Komura drops his Apple Store card and Mii picks it up for him. Komura explains what it is and hopes she doesn't know anything about social media games because he tends to spend money on in-game purchases. Fortunately, she's not familiar with them. Later, Mii accidentally calls Komura at night. She meant to call Asuka because she got lost in the dark while trying to find the bathroom at Asuka's house. Despite some minor issues with his mother, Komura guides Mii over the phone to her destination. After some pool fun, we see Komura leaving the store and promising himself to spend less money on games. He spots Mii snacking outside and joins her. Komura notices that Mei has won a dessert and encourages her not to throw it away. Mii gives it to Komura and leaves. Komura walks behind the school and sees a girl confessing her feelings to Azuma. He hides behind a tree, accompanied by a cat. Komura worries that the cat might reveal his location. Suddenly, Mii arrives and starts acting like a cat. She notices Azuma and the girl behind the school but doesn't pay them much attention when the cat comes near her. Komura wonders if she's oblivious to romantic situations and if he'll ever find the courage to confess his feelings to Mii. The cat heads toward Komura and Mii follows it. Komura grabs Mii before the girl arrives and Azuma realizes she's in the area. The girl confesses her feelings to Azuma, but he turns her down because he likes someone else. Mii asks Komura if she was going to interfere with their conversation, making Komura realize that she understands romance. Mei tells Komura that she saw a cat roaming the school grounds. Komura's friends suggest that he should join Mii's group for the upcoming field trip. They know he has feelings for Mii and think it would be a good idea for him to look after her, especially in case she forgets her glasses as she often does. Meanwhile, Mii discusses her plans for glasses preparation with her group. Mei's friends welcome Komura and his two friends into their group. That night, Mei puts her spare glasses in her bag and goes to sleep. On the day of the field trip, Komura and Mii arrive at school late. Mei tells everyone that she broke her glasses but has spare ones in her bag. They all board the bus and Mei puts on her spare glasses. However, one of her friends reminds her of the time they went to Kamakura and Mii bought fake glasses. Mii realizes that she brought the wrong spare glasses. They continue to their destination and Komura asks if Mii can take notes for her report, knowing she has the fake glasses she mentioned. Komura takes Mii to a different part of the Mirai Technology Museum that she can see clearly. Mii realizes that Komura knows she brought the wrong glasses and apologizes for forgetting. She thanks Komura for his help and tells him he can leave her if he wants. Later, Mei wanders off, but Komura finds her. Mei starts crying because she feels bad for relying on Komura and causing trouble. Komura admits to Mei that he always hopes she will forget her glasses because he likes being able to help her. Mei thanks him for his kindness. During the bus ride back, Komura notices that Mei hasn't talked to him much since he told her the truth about why he likes when she forgets her glasses. He wonders if she dislikes him now. However, Mei tells Komura that she can't believe he likes it when she causes him trouble. She explains that it made her happy to know that. The next day, Mei reflects on Komura's words from the field trip. She decides to try to be less dependent on him and starts wearing her one-day contact lenses. When Komura arrives, she shares her plan with him, and he tells her not to worry too much about it. Later, Mei and one of her friends learn that their friend Asuka is in love. When Mei is alone, she wonders what it feels like to love someone because she has never really understood it. Mei runs into Komura in the hallway and asks him to make eye contact with her. As she gazes at Komura for a while, she realizes that Komura might have special feelings for her, similar to how Asuka feels about the boys she likes. Mei hopes that's the case because she believes she might have feelings for Komura too. Komura greets Mei and suggests sharing textbooks since she forgot her glasses again. He notices that Mei is acting unusually cheerful today and wonders what's going on. Somei interrupts and asks Komura if he and Mei were kissing. Another girl corrects Somei, saying they weren't kissing, but Komura starts worrying that people might misunderstand his relationship with Mei. Mei returns and senses something is bothering Komura. He tells her he's feeling unwell, so Mei offers him a mask to cover his face. Throughout the day, Mei keeps staring at Komura because she wants to see his face. Komura is determined to ignore her because he doesn't want others to get the wrong idea about their friendship. Somei continues to tease Komura during PE class, and Mei accidentally trips near a basketball. Komura takes her to the school nurse and she expresses her gratitude. After school, Mei asks Komura what he usually does on weekends since they didn't talk much today. Komura answers and Mei mentions that she noticed him spending time with Somei. Komura wonders if Mei is upset because he neglected her due to Somei's assumptions. Mei asks if she can look at his face up close every day and Komura agrees. After inspecting Komura's face and helping him clean the classroom, she invites him to come to her home. Mai's hair gets tangled in a closet, and she asks Komura to help her cut it. Komura struggles but eventually manages to cut her hair. Mi asks if he likes her long hair, but he doesn't give a clear answer. She promises to take better care of her hair. The next school day, Mi drops one of her hairbands on the ground and asks Komura to help her with her hair. After he finishes, she expresses her desire for him to tend to her hair in the future when they're not at school. Komura is puzzled by her request. Later, Komura remembers that the school's cultural festival is approaching and students are busy preparing for it. Mi offers to help him with his tasks and uses some wipes to clean her face. However, she struggles with the decoration task, so she asks Komura to let her know when he's done. Komura leaves the classroom when he realizes his glue stick is damaged. Mi joins Komura and they enter an empty classroom. She requests to get a close look at his face there because it would be better if no one else was around. While Mi stares at Komura, he wonders if he holds a special place in her heart. They return to the classroom, and someone suggests that Komura should wash his face. Overhearing Mi and her friends talking about her dirty hands, Komura starts to think that people might suspect that Mi kissed him while they were out together. Komura has a chat with his mother about the upcoming cultural festival. Then at school, he spots Mi searching on the ground for something. It turns out she's looking for some beads, not piercings, which surprises Komura because he didn't know she wore them. Komura thinks about this for a while until lunchtime. Mi explains that the beads are for a project she's working on for the cultural festival. Komura mentions that he doesn't think he would look good with piercings, even though his family suggested he get his ears pierced. Mi playfully places a bead near Komura's ear and says he'd look cool with them. Komura goes home and starts thinking seriously about getting his ears pierced. The next day, students are busy preparing for the cultural festival. Asuka asks everyone to stay around until 7 to help finish preparations. Somiya asks Komura if he and Mi have kissed yet, which annoys him. Mi offers to stay and help with the preparations. We then see Mi and Komura assisting Asuka, Somiya, and others with decorating for the cultural festival. Komura takes a break and notices Mi's phone on the floor. Mi asks Somiya where Komura went, and he hides behind a curtain to secretly check Mi's phone messages. Mi picks up her phone and tells Asuka she needs to go home. She heads to the locker area and Komura follows her. By mistake, she grabs his shoes and rushes home, with Komura trailing behind. Komura hears Mi crying and decides to give her shoes back to her the next day. He knows she's likely to get scolded by her mother for arriving home late. However, he has a change of heart and goes to Mi's house. He tells her mother that he accidentally wore Mi's shoes and wants to return them. Komura explains that's why Mi arrived home late and then leaves, wondering if he made the right decision. The cultural festival finally begins. Komura reads an excerpt written by Mi, detailing her experiences in life. He visits the school's gym to see the plushie Mi made. Komura overhears Mi and Asuka talking to each other and walks over to Mi, who is now looking at his cultural festival exhibit. He worries that Mi won't be impressed by it. Later, just before people start presenting their projects on stage, Mi runs off and Komura follows her. He finds her sitting outside and joins her. Mi tells Komura that she read his diary entry at his exhibit and liked it. She asks if she can see his face, but Komura refuses because she has her glasses on and can see him just fine. Mi reflects on how much fun she's been having lately and thinks she's been acting selfishly. She tells Komura that she likes looking at his face because it calms her. Komura then asks if he can look at her face for a change and Mi agrees. After gazing at Mi for a while, she tells him that he's like a dad to her. Mi wonders if they'll get in trouble for sneaking away from the cultural festival, and Komura thinks about Mi's words and what it means to be like a dad to her. Mi and Komura are filling out forms about their future plans. Komura doesn't reveal his plans because he doesn't have any. Mai, on the other hand, shares that as a toddler, she dreamed of becoming her father's bride, and she even shows Komura a picture of herself from that time. Currently, Mi doesn't have a specific dream, but mentions she wants to own a fish and get married someday. She's been practicing cooking as preparation for marriage, and she shows Komura a picture of some omuris she made. Komura looks at his preschool album and doesn't find any significant goals there. During dinner with his mother, he wonders what Mi's omuris tastes like and what it would be like to have dinner with her. At school, Komura writes down a future goal on his form. He wants to become Mi's husband. He's not sure if it's a weird thing to write. Mi notices the word husband on Komura's form and asks who he'd like to marry, but Komura doesn't tell her, which upsets Mi. Later, in home economics class, they end up in different groups and Komura is disappointed that he won't be able to taste Mi's cookies. Komura's partner gets distracted by how close Azuma is to Mi. Azuma suggests that Mi should shake the cookies like arcade tokens, which is what Komura would appreciate. Another classmate, Yasaka, tells Mi about Komura's strange arcade habits, which annoys Komura. Yasaka eventually agrees that turning the cookies into tokens is a good idea. Mi notices that Azuma's cookies are shaped like birds, and they talk about Azuma's feelings for a college student next door. He practices talking to her with Mei's help during class. Meanwhile, Komura is bothered by their interaction and overhears girls asking Mei about her and Azuma. He leaves after hearing Mei's compliments towards Azuma. Mei catches up with Komura and they stop at a place to get some water and chat. Mei gives Komura a bag of token-shaped cookies, explaining that she made them for him because she thought he might be hungry. Komura comforts her with kind words. Back at home, Komura sees a commercial with children and remembers the photo Mei showed him. He looks through his preschool album, finding awkward photos taken by his mother. Later, he has an embarrassing encounter involving the nosebleed park photo with Mei and her friends. Mei then asks Komura if they can walk home together. At the park, Mei goes home to fetch her glasses, and when she returns, she asks Komura to show her the nosebleed photo again. Komura says he left it at school, which slightly upsets Mei. She asks him how he got a nosebleed in the photo, and Komura explains that he failed to do a back hip flip. Mei asks if he can do it now, and Komura says he can. After a few tries and encouragement from Mei, Komura successfully performs the back hip flip. Mei takes a photo of this moment and tells Komura not to show it to anyone else. Mei decides to try the back hip flip herself but fails. She asks Komura if she's wearing shorts under her skirt, and he confirms she is. However, after seeing Mei's failed attempts at the back hip flip, Komura gets a nosebleed. Mei arrives at school with her fashion glasses and asks Komura to wear them for a selfie. But she realizes her real glasses are in her case and they share a laugh. In class, they hear about an upcoming entrance exam and study together. Komura is captivated by Mei's new ribbon-tied hair but feels a bit jealous when she meets an old friend this day. Komura worries that one day Mei will forget him like she forgets her glasses. He talks to Butchie about it, who suggests Mei might stop forgetting things eventually. Komura still has concerns. They discuss their summer plans and Komura teases Mei about forgetting her glasses. The closing ceremony arrives and Komura notices Mei is wearing her glasses. Mei mentions Issei but says he's different from Komura, making him happy. They get their summer assignments and Komura wonders how to make Mei remember him forever. At the park, Mei touches Komura's face and they exchange a selfie. Mei asks Komura not to forget her over the break, and he suggests meeting before it starts. In a flashback, young Mei tells Komura about Issei taking her glasses. Komura offers to walk her home and she praises his kindness. Mei hopes to find a husband as kind as Komura someday. Subscribe our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.